For like the 10th time in 11 GFS model runs, a hurricane hits some part of the United States around the 25th or 26th of May, which is about 10 days away. And those same model runs have been consistent in having a hurricane form around the 21st of May in the CAG area, which would be about 5 days after the Scorpio flower supermoon, blood moon, lunar eclipse total coming up on Sunday. And all elements of possible severe weather, starting with now and over the next 4 days, have almost all been upgraded. This includes today, which started out with no yellow and now has a twisted, sad banana face on it, and quite a bit of rain as the storm is hitting the East Coast. That has been doing that for 2 weeks now, kind of, sort of. And the North America is very lightning-y. There's a lot of lightning happening. Can you feel the energy? I can. And Sunday's big storm, they officially put in the big orange blob of enhanced severe weather danger. And hey, this kind of looks like a Twitter bird. Elon Musk is feeling feisty as apparently he's moving on to Plan C. And on Truth Social, Donald J. Trump said that only a stupid person would buy Twitter. And that he thinks Truth Social is much better. Stable coins don't seem so stable anymore, though. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the sun is acting weird. Does he get a giant filament tear off? Oh, yeah, I was talking about the giant Twitter bird of possible severe weather danger on Sunday. And then on Monday, you get the chance of a lot more severe weather around, Monday. And so that's like tornadoes and hail, giant hail we've been seeing lately. And then Tuesday is like, yeah, how about some more severe weather? So it's getting stormy and it's definitely getting weird. And hey, I've got a THORnews Mayday May fundraiser going on with $686 left to raise. So if you'd like to contribute or donate, I got a PayPal, a Venmo, a Cash App, a mailbox. And nothing but gratitude and thanks because all y'all are awesome. And if everything goes right, I will be able to keep doing this and doing this through hurricane season. Things are weird though. And as you know, the economy is kind of jacked up right now. But here we're looking at, the GFS run, the very latest 12Z, hot off the presses. And there are a lot of concerning things on here, whether or not there is or isn't a hurricane. Now, the euro still shows not much of a hurricane, but the euro only goes like 10 days out. And then the the NAM isn't showing it. So right now the GFS is the only one that has locked into it. And so is it a GFS fantasy cane? We don't know. Is it going to be the first May hurricane in the history of the United States of America? Maybe. That hits the USA. And, it's just best to be safe. But no matter what, we're going to be getting some stormy and wild weather. Some of these weather patterns are crazy looking, man. And especially there's a big storm coming right before the hurricane comes, if a hurricane does come. Does that make sense? And this is a storm that hit a week ago and then rolled all the way back around through the Carolinas and then is now moving back up through the Northeast, which is weird. Here we're looking at mixed precipitation over the next 48 hours. And it doesn't look very severe weathery, except for the red spots, I guess. Spoke too soon. There, Oklahoma. But yeah, watch out for some falling rain. Let's take a look at the sun together as we have a coronal hole turning towards Earth. And before I get into the badder, weirder Scorpio or bad news stuff. Yeah, so coronal hole always is interesting. And of course, we're on earthquake and volcano alert. Yeehaw. Ooh. All right, now let us take a look at the sun again, but in a different filter. I think I used too many of my special filters. and we watch the filament tear off. I think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. And then the black box. I always love the black box. Like, hello, black box. I hope you are doing great today. I'm just hanging out, watching the sun. So let's watch that again. We will get a filament tear off, and then the black box. It goes tear off, black box. All right, sweet. It moved fast. Did you see it? You had a major mass shooting last night in Milwaukee where like 9 people got arrested and like 17 people got shot. And then a suspect in New York State is a mass shooting. He shot a bunch of people. That is not good at all. I would definitely try to stay safe, try to stay aware, and try to feel the energy vibes around you. As the Lunatics will be coming out before the moon eclipse thingy. Fires in New Mexico and California are still pretty damn bad. You can see here, you got that storm that came across and then went down and then came back out. I think I drew that wrong. And you can kind of see the fires breaking out in the west. Yeah, there's a lot going on these days. There are the fires there. And I just lost my ability to talk and think well. I think I'm getting hangry. I haven't eaten yet today. I haven't figured out what I want to eat. And Chris Holland says, this is serious. Houston, pay attention and prepare yourselves. Because Michael Lee is saying the Texas electric grid can barely keep the lights on and it's not even hot yet. And then he goes into pretty amazing detail, stuff that I hadn't even thought about, on one of my favorite platforms, Twitter. Over the past few years, we've had millions of people move to Texas. Houston, Dallas, Austin have ranked consistently in the hottest places to move lists because Texas is usually great. We're popular. People love us. We've also had many offices, headquarters relocate to the state. Massive investments in new industrial activity, gigafactories, chip manufacturing, computer servers, even Bitcoin miners. And, Ted Cruz and our Governor Abbott are like, yeah, bring all the Bitcoin mining in. Texas is like the super proest Bitcoin state in the universe. All right. But we're an electrical island. We're not connected to any other grids. This independence allows us to do things like build CREZ transmission lines for wind energy quickly without FBRC bureaucracy, but it comes with a risk. We always have to supply all of our own energy. The utilities in ERCOT are in charge of allowing new power plants to come online. They act without urgency, and timelines for applications take years to approve. But once approved, solar and battery projects can be built in a matter of months. Fossil fuel power plants, however, take years on top of that to build. They're not as quick. This timeline mismatch, because how quickly demand can grow and how slow it takes to bureaucracy to approve new projects, means that we have entered the summer with a massive shortfall in generation for all the new electric needs of the state. How did we not see this? Well, some of us did, which is why there are many new projects waiting to be approved. In fact, there are over 2 times the current installed capacity waiting to be approved. But again, COVID actually played a slight role in this because of all the new residents and industrial demand was coming online during COVID. It was hidden because not all businesses were back open at the time. So our power needs over the past couple of years looked normal. Had all the offices, restaurants, and factories been fully using power during COVID, we would have seen a gradually much more demand than normal, which would have the signal issue from earlier. With that being said, that means all of us will struggle to keep the lights on when it's 90 degrees or hotter outside. Yes, we still have several power plants coming back online after scheduled maintenance, but that won't be nearly enough. And what we've seen this past week is fossil fuel plants tend to be the least reliable. Earlier this week, a coal plant caught on fire, had to come offline. Just yesterday, 6 gas plants broke when the grid was at its most critical, and we almost didn't have enough power. And here's what we can do to save the grid this summer. We're going to be in a world of extreme scarcity, so use powers and air conditioning less during those hours. All right. So, and if you're on a fixed rate plan, be mindful. Oh, yeah, I can't even imagine people who are not on a fixed rate. The rates jumped to like 5,000 a gigawatt hour. Anyway, it's crazy. But yeah, it's going to be a wild power grid summer for sure. Grid operators, regulators, and incumbents are all protecting the status quo. Yeah, dude. Protecting the status quo. Anyway, we've hit the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap this update up. I hope everyone will stay safe, stays cool. And please know that I love, adore, and appreciate you, Asteroid Fight Club. Y'all are utterly, absolutely awesome and amazing. I'm still working on an edited full moon, another eclipse video that should be fun and funny and interesting. And hopefully I'll go live before Saturday Night Live with Selena Gomez tonight or after. But I don't know. The energy to go live has been so weird lately. Yeah, Mike's weather page saying, so the GFS says yes, but the Euro, the CMC, and the Icon are not showing it yet. Although the CMC and the Icon don't really go out that far. But the Euro hasn't picked it up around the 21st to 4th yet. So that's a good sign. But I am looking forward to when Snoop Dogg buys Twitter. All right. And hey, if you would like to contribute to THORnews, I only have $686 left to raise. I got all these links in the information box in the video. And please let me say absolute thank you to Ralph, Jesus Loves Gays on Facebook, Michelle, Mary, Karis Cellophane, James, Christine, Stephanie, Frisk Risk, John, Tyler, Texas Angel, Patricia, Alexis, Lauren, Barbara, Glenda, Arnica, Lightsoul, Dan, Marlita, Brian, and Max, Teresa, Ricks, 1988. Y'all are awesome, and everybody in Asteroid Fight Club and all the cool people out there, have a great weekend, but play defense, stay cool, and be sure to monitor the vibes around. All right. God bless everyone.